What's up guys, Billy here, and today I'm going to show you how to put your Mavic Pro into ATTI mode. Now while there's no way within the DJI Go app or there's no switch on the controller to actually activate ATTI mode on the Mavic Pro, we can do so by using Tinfoil. Yes, I said Tinfoil. A lot of people on Reddit have been discussing this, and I saw a couple of people comment this on my video. They were talking about Tinfoil and the Mavic Pro, and I really wasn't putting two and two together, so I did some digging across the internet and I saw some people actually trying this out. So I figured I'd do the same, give it a try, and share my findings with you guys. Now I know that wrapping your drone in tinfoil is not really the best thing to do. It is kind of a science experiment. I wanted to see what would happen and see if it actually worked. There would never be a time where I would realistically fly in ATTI mode on my Mavic Pro with it wrapped up in tinfoil. As I said, there are plenty of problems and I will go over those later in the video, but right now I want to show you guys how I did it. So first of all, let's do a quick crash course of the different flight modes available on DJI's drones. First we have the P mode, which stands for positioning mode. Next we have S mode, which stands for sport mode. And finally we have A mode, standing for ATTI/attitude mode. Now with positioning mode, GPS and GLONASS sensors are enabled, as well as optical avoidance sensors. In the S mode, we have the GPS and GLONASS sensors enabled, but optical avoidance is turned off, allowing us to fly at faster speeds. Finally, we have A mode. This is ATTI mode, as I explained. We don't get this on the Mavic Pro, but we do get this on the Phantom series of drones. This has GPS and GLONASS sensors disabled and also has optical avoidance disabled. So you're really flying blind. A lot of people don't usually like to fly like this, but there are some out there that would rather fly in ATTI mode when flying in tight spaces, or if they're coming from an older Phantom drone that didn't have GPS inside of it. Within the DJI Go app, while using the Phantom 4 Pro, we can enable multiple flight modes, which include our P mode, S mode, and A mode. We can switch between these flight modes by using the switch on the back left of the remote. Within the DJI Go app, while using the Mavic Pro, we can enable multiple flight modes, which include our P mode and S mode. Unfortunately, no A mode. We can switch between these flight modes by using the switch on the right side of the remote. Now let's get into wrapping up the Mavic in tinfoil. Before we start, I do want to show you guys that my drone is in the P mode with GPS enabled. I am inside, so the signal is fairly weak, but it still is connected. Something I found funny is that as soon as I get the tinfoil close to the drone, it switches to ATTI mode. Once I pull it away, it goes right back to being in GPS mode. Now let's speed through me hastily wrapping up the Mavic. Now that we're all finished, let me walk you through my steps and thoughts. I wrapped the Mavic 3 times in slim sheets of aluminum foil. I then used tape to keep it down from unraveling. We need to make sure that the tinfoil covers the entire back of the drone, all the way underneath and along the sides. Some people wrap the back of the Mavic as well, but I kept it exposed so I could still see the LED. If we look over at the remote, you'll see that I have 0 satellites and have successfully achieved ATTI mode. Now let's go outside and give this a try. First up, let's test out the Mavic in GPS mode. We'll notice that once the drone takes off, it stays relatively in place using GPS positioning. Now let's look at the drone wrapped up in tinfoil in ATTI mode. As soon as the drone lifts off, it drifts over to the side. In fact, I raised my altitude so much that it accidentally went out of the shot. So guys, there you have it. That's how you can enable ATTI mode on your Mavic Pro. All you need is a little bit of tinfoil. As I said, this really isn't a realistic solution. It was something fun for me to try out and something fun to share with you guys. ATTI mode can be a little dangerous, as you really do need to have good control over your drone. I'd always recommend giving it a try when you're outside in a nice open area so you don't crash into anything. Now I told you guys I would go over some of the different problems. I have 3 of them written down. I know that there are plenty of others out there, but I chose the main 3. First of all, your Mavic is going to overheat. I mean, I know that the Mavic does get a little hot to start with, or to begin with, but once I took the tinfoil off, it was burning hot. The tinfoil trapped all the heat inside. I'm not sure if I was blocking a vent underneath. I know that there's a vent going outside of the back near the LED, But again, the Mavic does get really hot and it could cause many other problems down the road. The next one that I have written down here is that you're not going to be able to switch back into standard mode. A lot of people like the feature that when you're flying around ATTI mode, you can simply switch over to the P mode and your GPS will turn right on and your drone will become rock solid. So if you get in any trouble, you can flip into P mode and it instantly solves the problem for you. But with this, you're not able to switch it on the fly. You're always going to be in ATTI mode from the time that you put that tinfoil on to the time that you take it off. There's no way you can take the tinfoil off when it's flying around in the air. So again, I would always make sure that you fly with caution. Now the third problem I have written down is that you're jamming other signals trying to get to the Mavic. Now I can't confirm this for a fact, but I do have to say that when you wrap your drone in tinfoil, you definitely are going to jam some different signals trying to get in, whether that's the transmission feed coming to the remote or it's you actually trying to fly the drone. So definitely be careful, as when you're trying this out, I would always say be careful because you could lose signal. So guys, that about wraps this video up. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here, as I have been trying to upload daily. Also leave a comment letting me know what you think of this whole situation, wrapping your drone up in tinfoil. Have you tried it? Do you plan to try it? Let me know down in the comments. So guys, as I said, this video is coming to an end and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.